Hi, welcome back to another video on Blendix Studio YouTube channel. In today's video, we will continue the sprint system, however we all add a few adjustments. Open a new or current Roblox studio creation, and we'll dive right in. I just like to say a thank you for all the kind comments. I had a suggestion from someone saying this. I added new pieces of code in this script. As you can see, we have a sprint, we have a sprint button and sprintable. This is very easy to set up. Use image button or text button for your button. As you can notice, we removed the UIS system for PCs. I'm making all devices need to press the button. Here we have a local function which are fairly easy to understand and read. Let me speed this process up. Feel free to pause the video or follow along. Now it's getting a bit trickier, but all we're doing is put a for loop, which will create a timer for a cooldown after we sprinted and set a text label to inform the player the current status. We put a wait. This is basically how fast it goes down in seconds. We keep it at 1, but feel free to set it to whatever you want. After the timer reaches 0 out of the 10 seconds, we then set the sprinting back to false and set the humanoid's walk speed back to its original speed. We all set the player's field of view back to its original size, so 85. We all set the cooldown to true so the player has already sprinted. We change the sprint label to inform the player if they have sprinted or not. We now set up yet another for loop, which will create another loop, but this is after they sprinted, telling us how long left until they can sprint again. You can set the text labels to whatever you want as long as it makes sense to you. After the cooldown duration has finished, we set cooldown active back to false, and inform the player they can sprint by saying click here to sprint. Now we need to set up the button now to tell us if it's been clicked or not. Since we made a function, we can simply say toggle sprint. We are not done yet. I still need to add a custom sprint animation, otherwise it will be boring if they have normal walking animations for running. Make sure the animation is suitable for your body type, R6 or R15. In this case, mine will be R6. I haven't created my own animation as this is a simple run system, so I'll be using one on the toolbox. Set the priority to movement and ensure looping is enabled. Save the animation and copy the asset ID. Insert an animation inside of the local script and make it whatever you want. Paste it in the animation ID. Go back into your sprint script. We now set up a variable for the run animation. We have the humanoid load the animation, and we put a wait for a child just in case it hasn't loaded fully. Now we just put sprint, play when it begins the sprinting, and sprint, stop when finished. Now it's time for testing. We seem to run into a slight issue. The button isn't working properly, but this should be an easy fix. Head back into your script, and let's try and resolve it. I found the problem. We got ourselves a problem, but this is an easy fix. Now we need to check whether the player is actually running or standing still, so we put in a humanoid .running and we connect that to a function. We have a check also to see if they are sprinting. As you can see, it works pretty good. We have another issue as well. On mobile, the sprint button will cover a portion of their screen, which is not ideal. I'm going to use the auto scale plugin, which can be found in the toolbox. I will also leave a link in the description below if you want to use it. We have another issue. When the player is standing still, the animation still plays, which is not what we want. We have an function for whenever the player is jumping. We set up a little print to see if we jumped. This is just for a test. If we look into the output, it says jumped. Alright, that's working. Now we need to do the main function for the jumping. Now we need to see if they are jumping and they are sprinting as well. This can simply be either stopping or playing the animation based on if they are jumping or sprinting. Now let's give this a final try. Everything seems to be working. Hopefully it all works for you, or you just tuned in for some Blendix Studio content. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Let me know in the comments what adjustments you made to the script.